Francesca, firstly, congratulations on winning the Scottish Building Society SWPL Player of the Month for June 2021. How does it feel?
Yeah, obviously it's a good feeling. Just being nominated was an amazing achievement in itself. So to actually go and win it up against three brilliant players, yeah, I'm delighted.
Before we discuss the award specifically, we've also got to congratulate you and the whole team on winning the SWPL2 title. How did that feel?
Amazing. Obviously, that was one of our targets to get up into that league. So to go and do it with a win, yeah, winning it, amazing.
On top of the league title, it's also back-to-back promotions for your side. Did that make the final result of promotion to SWPL1 and the league title, did it make it even sweeter?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we would have been delighted if we had just gone up with it as well. We are under the cosh to do that. To get up, we knew we had to go and get up. So we've got a big sigh of relief now that we've done that. But hard work continues next season. Well, in 2 weeks.
I was going to say, well, we'll come on to discuss potentially next season and obviously the difference that it's been, because it has been an unusual season for you and the team, June especially this month. What was it all like as a player?
Totally bizarre. So obviously we had that first season about 18 months ago with like 2 games and then the whole lockdown and coming back into it and restarting it. So then I think we had a few months of it, just normal 1 game a week. And then obviously the 5 month lockdown, we're all thinking, oh no, like the same thing's going to happen as last time. It's going to get binned. And obviously we're sitting top. So we're panicking that's going to happen. And then they're like, no, actually, you're going to do half of the league in 1 month. And we're all going, oh no. But it was good to be back. So yeah, we crammed those games into, 6 weeks. That was pretty tough, but got the results.
You're spot on. You had 7 games in the month of June. For a player that, that's going to be, I imagine, very difficult to manage. But was it all worthwhile in the end, the effort that all of you put in to make sure that you did get that promotion, get the title, and your hard work paid off in the end?
Yeah, 100%. I think actually getting those games just over and done with in that short time actually helped us a bit. Obviously, we came back a bit ropey, but that was always going to happen if you've got 5 months off. But just kept the momentum going. So hopefully we can keep that momentum going on next season. But every player just absolutely gave 100%, whether they had got 90 minutes each game or just coming on as a sub. I mean, everyone absolutely did their part.
You spoke about the fact that you potentially at one point or another thought the league season might have to be suspended, made null and void. The fact that it wasn't, you did get to complete the season, was that an extra relief for you and the team?
Yeah, totally. And it happened so quickly as well. I think it was just like 1 week it was, oh yeah, we're not sure if we're coming back or not. And then the next it was, yeah, we've got a game next week, like just going straight back into it. So yeah, I think that made it extra sweet as well. Just getting back into it.
Well, let's talk about the month of June, because it was a very busy one for you and the team. I want to focus on some of the games, particularly starting with Queen's Park. It was one of the first games back. And for you, you scored all of the goals that night, grabbed yourself a hat-trick. How did that feel?
Well, it was my first hat trick this season, so to do that in SWPL2 was a pretty good achievement for myself. I think it was 0-0 at half time, which we hadn't done. I don't think Hamilton it was 0-0 against Hamilton as well. But yeah, 0-0 against Queen's Park. We're down away, thinking, oh my goodness, we're not coming home with 3 points here. We're going away on the bus. But no, then just goals kept coming apparently.
For you to be the decisive player in that match, because as you say, you're 0-0 at half time, you want to get as many wins on the board to guarantee the league title as early as you can. Was it an extra kind of sweetener for you that night to be the key difference maker?
Well, yeah, of course it's nice to get those goals, but I suppose it wasn't me that actually won the penalties in the end. So I was getting a bit of stick for the other players having won them, and it was me that was taking them. They're like, "Oh, Fran, you're on your hat trick. You're not going to give it to someone else?" No.
I don't blame you. I don't think anyone would in that scenario. You obviously had lots of success in the month of June. There's no doubt about it with the goals and the assists you got. I do want to focus on the Hamilton Academical result in June as well, because obviously with that defeat, it was your second one of the season at that point. Did it add any nerves at all into the squad when you're chasing down that title?
You know what? They had to come down and they had to win that game to keep themselves up for promotion. So it was one of those, we knew this is going to be an extra tough game. They need to win this. They just wanted it more. And we looked at the table. We're still got a wee bit of a gap. So no one was panicking, but obviously it did put nerves into the next game. Like, okay, now we need to actually go and win this next game now. But yeah, just football is it.
The fact that the games were so close together, was that a benefit coming off the back of a defeat, because you were straight into another game, you get a victory in that one and the momentum can suddenly shift very quickly? Do you think that almost helped in a way with the games being a bit more condensed?
Yeah, I suppose we didn't actually have enough time to even dwell on it. I think it was only 3 days then the next game, so we didn't even have time to reflect. I think we went back to training and we said, yeah, look, we've lost, but forget about it. Let's go work on to the next game, and we did and got that win. So
the game in which you clinched the title meant that you won the title with a couple of games to spare, and it was against one of the teams closest to you in geography and in terms of in the league itself. It was an impressive result, an impressive win that day. How delighted did you all feel to come away with the title and such a good victory?
yeah, well, we didn't think we were going to do it that game. Obviously, when you think back to our first game of the season was against Dundee United, and we were trailing behind the whole game until what was it, the 95th minute or something. We got that 4-3. So we actually said before, we've started the league against Dundee United with a win. Why don't we finish the league, like win it with a win against Dundee United? So we set out to do that, and then 2 minutes in, we've got a goal. We're going, right, come on then, let's go. We can win the league here.
For you in the month of June, we spoke about the number of goals and assists. Was there a standout moment for you individually that you would select as your favourite moment in that month?
Probably St Johnstone. So we went 1-0 down in the second half. So it was similar to Queen's Park, 0-0 at going into half time again. And we went 1-0 down like 30 seconds into the second half, and we got a free kick on the edge of the box. So I took it and we scored and went 1-1. And then a couple of minutes later, I got the ball on the edge of the box with my right foot and swung it inside the post. I think it hit one post and it went along the line. We didn't know it was in yet, and then it hit the other post and went in. And then it was just like a big sigh of relief, like, okay, we're up now. We can continue. So yeah, that was probably one of my standout moments.
I'd be remiss not to talk about next season. You kind of touched upon it as well, because it's so quick for your team after the end of SWPL too. I can imagine only what that's like, but I imagine you're all very excited and looking forward to it.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, we relish going into SWPL 1. Like, no team wants to be in the league that we were in last season, or even SWPL 2. You want to be in that top league, playing against the top teams. It helps you push on. It helps other teams push on as well. So playing against the best players in Scotland, that's just what every team wants to go and do, every player in our team as well. And yeah, as you were saying, we're coming onto it so quickly. We don't really have too much time to think about it. Just go in, go work hard.
You know the fixtures now. Obviously, you have to play every team 3 times, but knowing who you play at what points can give you a good idea of the potential momentum and form going into the league. You start your campaign with a really tough game at home to Celtic. Does that excite you with the potential of playing the league runners-up from last season?
Yeah, totally. Well, I mean, everyone's first game of the season is always a sticky game. So, I think we're excited. We're playing a big team. We can maybe go and hurt them if it's our first game of the season. No one's into it yet. So, yeah, we're looking forward to that. But just take each game as it comes, not looking too far ahead into the fixtures. I'll just look at the ones as they come.
Absolutely. And finally, Francesca, you were obviously voted Player of the Month, both by the public and the head coaches in SWPL2. Is there a message that you'd like to give to them for thank you for voting for you almost?
Just, yeah, it's good. It's good to be noticed. Obviously, I didn't come through the Aberdeen pathway. I started off late. I was 12 when I started. I started at Stonehaven, which was a team that didn't really get looked at. So I wouldn't have even thought this would have happened a few years later. So yeah, massively honoured that I'm getting noticed. So